In this video, we are going to talk about top 10 best watches for investment. So before starting this video, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for the future updates. Not just any watch can be considered a good investment. Apart from the brand it came from, there are a few other factors you should consider before making your first watch investment. Indeed, you want to be cautious about where you purchase the watch from, as it ensures that any model you buy has gone through proper servicing and care. Most of the best investment watches contain a mechanical movement as opposed to a quartz one. Although quartz movements prove to be more accurate in the long run, mechanical movements showcase a watchmaker's expertise and use materials of much higher quality. They also take longer to deteriorate. That said, the caliber must come in good condition and not be worn out. Number 1. Rolex Submariner. This one is pretty obvious. There is no denying that anyone who collects watches looks forward to owning a Rolex Submariner. Who can blame them? It is an excellent timepiece made with brilliant craftsmanship. With its timeless and nearly indestructible design, this Rolex timepiece is the perfect companion for diving expeditions as well as lavish events. As an investment, the Rolex Submariner is something you cannot go wrong with either, as the value of this timepiece increases by approximately 10% each year. Number 2. Omega Seamaster. If I could choose one watch that can compare to the epic-defining qualities of the Rolex Submariner, I would have to go for the Omega Seamaster. The Seamaster is the longest-running line of watches in Omega's tenure as a watchmaker. To this day, the brand shows no sign of slowing this archetypal series. And why should they? The Omega Seamaster has a large and lively audience that continues to grow as we speak. Most recently, the Omega Seamaster is known as the current go-to watch of 007. Not only are Seamaster watches made with impeccable craftsmanship, but they also contain one of the most ingenious and sophisticated movements the watch community has ever known. Number 3. Patek Philippe Nautilus. One of the oldest Swiss manufacturers still producing watches to this day, Patek Philippe has delivered all kinds of remarkable and memorable models. Of course, none of their luxurious timepieces have had as groundbreaking an impact on the industry as the Nautilus. Since its release in 1976, the Patek Philippe Nautilus, with its distinctive rounded octagonal case, has remained a top luxury choice for watch enthusiasts all around the globe. Designed by Gerald Genta himself, the Nautilus has been a classic and distinguished timepiece for over 50 years. Rumor has it that it only took Genta 5 minutes to sketch the timeless design of the Nautilus on a paper napkin. Number 4. Audemars Piguet Royal Oak. Here's another iconic diver watch for the list. A few years before Gerald Genta worked on the Patek Philippe Nautilus, he first collaborated with Audemars Piguet. The story for this watch is quite interesting, especially if you put yourself in the shoes of Genta. As the story goes, the managing director of Audemars Piguet once called Genta in the afternoon, and told Genta that he wanted him to create a steel sports timepiece, the likes of which no one has ever seen before. Number 5. Omega Speedmaster. While we are on the topic of reputable icons, let us talk about the first watch to ever be brought to the moon, the Omega Speedmaster. Worn by famous names like Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, Tom Hanks, Bill Paxton, Kevin Bacon, and George Clooney, the Speedmaster is a NASA-approved luxury watch that exudes ruggedness, reliability, and sheer class. Among all of Omega's models, the Speedmaster is a marvelous work of art that will always be in demand. Since the Speedmaster has a pretty large cult following, its value will likely also increase over time, and all the more if Omega ever ceases production of this watch. That makes the Speedmasters pretty great choices as investment watches. Right now, Omega also offers re-editions of their iconic moonwatch, known as the Speedmaster Moonwatch. Number 6. Rolex Cosmograph Daytona. The most fitting word to describe this timepiece is legendary. Whether it is a modern model, a vintage one, or a pre-owned piece, the Rolex Cosmograph Daytona is an investment that excels. Though it had a bumpy start, the Daytona eventually became one of the most sought-after watches to have ever come to life. This coveted timepiece comes in various forms: oyster steel, Evrose gold, platinum, Rollsor, and yellow gold. While bearing the appearance and aura of a true statement watch, the Daytona also comes with a ton of handy complications and a high-quality superlative chronometer movement. If the Rolex Cosmograph Daytona is the watch you are looking for, you will have to be quite patient. Due to its excessive demand, the waiting list for this watch can span up to years. Your best bet for getting a Rolex Daytona as soon as possible is to look at the pre-owned market. Number 7. Vacheron Constantin Overseas. The final member of the Holy Trinity of watches, Vacheron Constantin, also has their own reputable, one-of-a-kind diver watch, and that is the Vacheron Constantin Overseas. Immaculate in design, the Overseas looks astounding no matter what angle you view it from. Unlike the Nautilus and Royal Oak, Gerald Genta had no hand in conceptualizing the Vacheron Constantin Overseas. When you obtain your own Overseas model, you are not just investing in a watch. Instead, you are also investing in a durable yet sleek horological work of art. With such a diverse lineup, ranging from self-winding models to artisanal perpetual calendars, tourbillons, and world timers, the Vacheron Constantin Overseas collection is a sight to behold. Number 8. Panerai Luminor. The best thing about Panerai timepieces is that they are built to last, making them excellent choices for investment watches. Worn by famous names such as Bill Clinton, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, John Mayer, and Tom Cruise, the Panerai Luminor is a statement of both luxury and greatness. Like the Omega Seamaster, the Panerai Luminor has a vast and diverse catalog. This collection showcases 20 unique in-house movements and over 200 individual models. These watches can come in stainless steel, titanium, bronze, gold, platinum, and even brand-exclusive case materials such as BMG Tech, Carbotech, and Panerai Composite. Number 9. Tudor Submariner. If you were taken by the Rolex Submariner but you do not have the budget for it, Tudor may have the best alternative for you. Made by Rolex's sister company itself, the Tudor Submariner is essentially a watch with similar features and aesthetics to the Rolex Submariner but with a less expensive price tag. While it does not have the reputation and prestige of a Rolex, the Tudor Submariner is still quite iconic amongst fanatics and collectors. Let us also not forget that Tudor discontinued the production of the Submariner, which in turn, has elevated the price and value of this watch by quite a bit. Number 10. Grand Seiko Spring Drive. Grand Seiko watches are highly underrated when it comes to luxury and investment value. You would be surprised to find out that a Grand Seiko watch can easily outshine numerous other Swiss luxury watches in terms of quality. One of their best timepieces is the Grand Seiko Spring Drive, and that is not just limited to the gorgeous and highly acclaimed Grand Seiko Spring Drive Snowflake, either. Although the choice of model in the Spring Drive collection is pretty limited compared to most of the other watches on this list, each Spring Drive timepiece comes with stylish aesthetics and state-of-the-art mechanisms. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoy this video and want to hear from me again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go. Thanks for watching.